Hello everyone, my name is Ha and today I will present the lab uh, 23.1.7 and the first is the part 1, step 1. The activity often in the SQ cluster, the right process is the top plus and in the bottom left corner of the first floor. Next, the logo of our device is laptop PC 11, PC 12, PC 13, PC 14, and the SQ laptop 1. Next click the SQ laptop 1 desktop and command from. Enter the ipconfig command. And I will see this IPv4 address is this subnet mask is this. The default gateway is this. Is the IPv4 address in the brand? No. It happens when the device cannot get an IP address from the DHCP server. Next, do you see a DNS server address? No, the pages of IP config do not display the DNS server address. It only shows the IPv4 subnet mask and default gateway. Next is the ipconfig command, ipconfig all command. I will see the DNS server. Next is step 2. Click pressing process. Click next admin. Command from. Enter the ipconfig all and I will see the information. Physical address. Link local IPv6 address. IPv4 address. Subnet mask. And the default gateway. DNS server. Next is part 2, step 1. In the rising process. In the SQS. CLS. The first, I enter the command able. Next, I enter the So a payroll being gateway. What is the address for the gateway of the last result? Is 0.0.0 to the network 0.0.0. Next, and why is the next hop address not displayed? The next hop address is not displayed because the default rule configured using the exit identifier instead of a specific next hop IP address. Next is enter the so running config beginner IP rule. How is how is how is the define bro config the issue the next hop address the default rule is configured using the exit gigabit Ethernet 000 and it does not use the next hop IP address. Instead, the rule forwards the traffic directly through the specific algo in identify. Next, I show the CDP network detail. What is the IPv4? The IPv4 is this, and the post ESP router it connects the AQS is the gigabit Ethernet um, one year 1 euro. What is the ERS version is using our ESP router? Version 2. Next, so as what is the MAC address of the identifier on the ESP router? This. I will see the success rate is 100%. And next, close the SQS and exit the writing process. Next, I will present the step 2 from PC11, PC12, PC13, PC14, PCSL1B, and SQ1. Use the ipconfig command and find their IPv4 address and default gateway. The first is the PC11. Use the command ipconfig. The IPv4 address is 192.168.10.4. Default gateway is 192.168.10.1. Example with PC12 IPv4 address in the PC12 is this, and the default gateway is this. Next is the PC13. The IPv4 address is 192 dot one 168 dot 20 dot 2 before we is 192 dot 168 dot 20 dot 1. Next is the same with PC14. The IPv4 address uh, is this. Next, the default gateway is this. Is the field on the table. Next is the SL1P. The default gateway is 192.168.50.1, and the IPv4 address is 192.168.50.4. Next is the SQ.1. The IPv4 address is the 192.168.10.50.2. Next is the default gateway. Default gateway is the 192.168.50.1. Next, from the PC11, open the command prompt and enter the as a command. The information is now ALPNG4. Next is use the pin command to print PC from the PC11 to PC12, PC13, PC14, SL1P, and AQ.1. The first is the pin the PC12. Next is the pin the PC13, PC14, pin the LS FL2P, pin the SQ.1, and then I enter the as a command again. What information display? ARP table shows the IP address and corresponding MAC address of the device that PC11 had communicate. Next, enter the chassis 10.2.0.125 command. Is this what information? What information is display? The chassis command so the path packets from PC11 to the DNS server past this 192.168.10.2 uh, to the 10.0.0.9049 to the 10.2.0 dot 125, and how many rows of holes are between the PC11 and the DNS server? There are two rows, two holes. Next is the part 3. In step 1, on the PC11, close the command from and then click the web browser. Next, I enter the UML. Go to the page. Does the web page display? If not, what is the message? Uh, no, the web do not display. And this display whole name unset unresolved. Next, enter the IP. Then I enter the IP address 192.168.75.2. The web are already displayed, and what the web page display by using the IP address but not domain name. Because DNS cannot resolve the domain name. Uh, the domain name. But its IP address. But I can using the IP address because the using the IP address work because it's do not need DNS resolution. Next is step 2. Close the web browser and then click the command prompt. Enter the pin test ptsecurity.com. This pin request could not find host test.pcsecurity.com. Please check the name and try again. What's the message indicate? It indicates that DNS cannot resolve the domain name to an IP address. Next, I enter the command. The message display and as lookup so that the request failed and the domain name could not be resolved. With the server is the default DNS server. The default DNS server is 10.2.1 .0.125. Next, enter the command by a minute. This results instead to see why the domain name unable to the result because the default DNS server do not have a DNS record for the tag.ptsecurity.com. Next is step 3. Enter the pin mail.cybercloud.com. Once the message is displayed, request timeout. Stand for and lost for. What information is indicated by the message is indicate that the destination server can be reached by TNS, but it did not respond to ping SCMP. Next, I pin the www.ptsecurity.com. What's the message is displayed rapidly from the 10.0.0.3 destination host unreachable. And what is the information indicated by the message is indicates that the destination cannot be reached through the network path. Next is the close the command prompt, and we'll go to the web browser and then navigate to the www.ptsecurity.com. The web will display what is the conclusion can be drawn. The server allow web access HTTP or HTTPS, but many pin so pin file do not always mean the website via under reachable. Um, Next is step 4, using the next day command to find the artist and listen part. Then close the web browser and reopen the command from in PC121, and in the SQ click the writing process and click the FTP. Array the PC121 and MTF server command from Windows side by side from the PC121. Enter the next task. What message is displayed? The message is displayed is Arctic connection. Is so any data. Next is from the FTS server. Enter the next task. What's the message display? The message display is Arctic connection. There is any data? Yes, it's a listener part pass at 25 110 8143, but their status is clouded because no current connection yet. On the FTP server, enter the IP config. From the PC11 start on a FTP session with the FTP server. On the FTP server, enter the next task. I'm sorry. From the PC121 start on a PTP session with the FTP server. Here the command FT, FTP 192.168 75.2. Yes, it's connection and uh, the command. Um, was message display. Uh, there's the new message display. Uh, is there any new information? Um, um, a new TCP and a new HTTP connection appear. The FTP server MBC11 with status not status. Next, the question is which part is the listen part and what is status of the connection. The listen part is part 21. The connection status is I don't see. Next is the Z from BC11 enter the path is username. From the FTP server enter the netcast command. The version is the display information chain. Now significant chain is display. The FTP connection remain the established state because only the username had been interest. Step next is from BC1 to 1 enter the system 1 to 3 as a password. Step from BC1 to 1 enter the this command. Listen the FTP directory from 192.168.75.2. Next, from FTP server enter the netcast command. To the display information chain. Um, uh, yes, the display information chain. Next, what is the indicated by the new entry? The new entry indicates as separate FTP data A connection has been created for transfer data such as a directory addition from the server. Next, from the PC one-to-one enter the sample2.txt. This will upload the sample2.txt file to the FTP. From the FTP server, enter the next cast. Does this play information chain? Yes, the display information chain will while a few seconds and enter the next day command again. Yes, the temporary data connection disappear after the file transfer is completed. Next, here from PC one-to-one enter the which. Next, from the FTP, uh, the display information chain. Yes, is any display information chain from the PC one-to-one close the command from and open the web browser, navigate to one this disappear from HTTP server enter the netcat command. So the display information chain and this is the new entry key. There's this display information chain. The new web connecting here and this new entry, this new entry dedicated that PC one-to-one sets web. This is for my friend. Thank you for listening.